Welcome to Enhance Holistically Tarot and Life Advice. And you have reached this channel. You're in for a treat. My name is Tamika. Welcome to the channel. If it's your first time, if it's your time returning, welcome back. Today is Sunday, the 8th of September, and it's almost about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So I hope all of you are enjoying your wonderful weekend, or you have enjoyed your wonderful weekend. This particular weekend, I had to take time to really turn in. I was having a Four of Cups moment with myself, just allowing myself to feel some emotions and work through some healing processes, so that I can get back to a new normal. Um, I went out and purchased a book today. I had felt the need to kind of upgrade. I've been getting a lot of downloads from Spirit. I was kind of feeling myself a little bit like I needed a little bit more oomph. So anytime I start feeling that way, I try to dive deeper into my readings, meditation, and maybe even going out and getting some spiritual literature. So today I picked up Waking Up in the 5D. Reading the foreword, it looks something. It's very much interesting to me, and I may even go ahead and read the back of it for you. But the author is Maureen J. Saint Germain, and it's a practical guide to multidimensional transformation. I feel as though we living in the 3D, we really concentrate a lot on tangible things. And quite naturally, in this human body and this human experience, it's not unlikely that we do that. But for those of us that are transforming into something deeper past what we can see, touch, feel, and smell, um, it's time for us to not rely so much on our five senses and go beyond that. So that's what this book offers. I'm going to go ahead and read the back of this book just in case any of you are interested. But it's under the section in Barnes and Noble. This is where I got it from, of spirituality and self transformation. And it reads, we are all transitioning from the narrowly focused and polarized awareness of the third dimension and waking up to the higher vibrations and abilities of the fifth dimension. Each of us has already experienced 5D. Think about the most memorable and uplifting experiences of the recent past, where everything went well, interactions were harmonious and loving, and all felt blissful and happy. That's 5D. For some, the shift is sudden and permanent, but for many of us, the change is gradual, coming in fleeting moments and waves. And this Ascension Manual, spiritual teacher Maureen J. Saint Germain explains how to shift your energetic patterns and choose to permanently anchor yourself in the joy, love, and kindness of 5D. Guiding you through the opportunities the fifth dimension has to offer, the author reveals how to develop a higher self connection, increase your sensitivity to the dimensional signatures, and consciously choose 5D, where love is the governing force. She knows how 5D relates to 3D as well as 4D, the transitional dimension between the two, and explains how to read the energy patterns that distinguish one dimension from the next, as well as how to experience multiple dimensions simultaneously. She explores how to identify the differences between good versus evil, polarized 3D linear thinking, and dynamic 5D multi-dimensional thinking, and how to turn 3D viewpoints around to expand your perception of what is possible, offering eye-opening stories of 5D experiences from students and inspiring information from her spirit guides. The author also details exercises to protect your energies, which we all need, especially while sleeping, and provide sacred geometry meditations to activate your eighth chakra and open yourself to higher frequencies. She also explores how awakening to 5D allows you to form a strong bond to global consciousness, so your personal transformations will have a more profound impact on the people in your circle and beyond. So reading that alone, it sounded very much like something I'm prepared and willing for. And if you call yourself or you deem yourself transforming, that means specifically that you are going beyond this third dimension, this earthly plane. Not that you are floating away anywhere, but how to bring that consciousness experience into your earthly experience so that you can live in the highest vibration, so that you can carry out your whatever your purpose is, whatever your desires are, they can come to fruition. And so I know most of us going through a situation, we need perception changes. We need perception transformations. Because a lot of times what we see in our environment, we allow that, as I said before, to affect us inwardly. But now it's time for us to read literature like this and get into a deeper level of spiritual awakening or spiritual awareness so that we can live out what people would say heaven is a destination, but heaven is actually here right now in the here and now. It's just about how you want to perceive your heaven or your hell for that matter. So this seems like something that I really am going to enjoy. I like reading books. I said to myself a long time ago that I was going to try to read a book a month and just kind of dissect it and just extrapolate what it means for me and my spiritual journey and where I'm trying to go in all of my endeavors, however, on every level. But I kind of fell off from that. And so, like I made a video before talking about getting back to the basics. This is my getting back to the basics, is reading literature that's going to uplift me because there's enough in this physical experience to knock you off your horse. Let's just say that. So we're constantly adjusting to things around us. Talking about the planetary shifts, we have to give much respect to that. Some of you may not know a whole lot about astrology. I particularly don't either. But one thing I am starting to notice is that every time there's a full or a full moon or new moon, I try to do something monumental so that I can kind of track my cycles and see what is actually manifesting into my vortex. What is it that I want to manifest? And then watching it come full circle. If you guys don't set any type of intentions, you can't expect to see any manifestations. If you don't have an expectation, you really can't expect to see anything different than what you are already experiencing. So let's set our intentions high, people, kings and queens. Let's do that for ourselves and even holding some of our loved ones. You know, we can't really affect their experiences on a grander scheme. They can only do that from within. However, we can send out points of attraction and then wish them well and give them encouragement and give them love. And that's another thing about 5D. I believe these terminologies, the energy behind these terminologies may be different, but we've been doing this for forever. Like some of us have been doing this. We used to call law of attraction faith, and now we're trying to, we have all these different vernaculars, but we need to stay true to the essence, to the root of what it is doing for us on an individual basis, okay? And then how it affects us collectively. So without further ado, that's my tidbit. We're going to go ahead and get into the reading. I've already set the atmosphere. Today I decided to play some instrumental jazz. I didn't really want to play necessarily meditation music today. Just going to switch it up a little bit. The other thing I wanted to talk about was along the lines of setting your intentions, is that many of us have fallen short on getting back to our dream state. And this goes into the 5D too. Getting back to our dream state. Not that you want to live in a cloud, but you want to have some kind of hope of where you're going, okay, in this life and how to enjoy that, how to enjoy the relationships that you're building, how to even get rid of some of the relationships that no longer serve you. Don't be afraid of that. But even looking at people in a more loving sense, in a more patient sense, because people that don't know any better, they're not going to do any better. And it's time out for us consistently being surprised over things happening over and over. And nothing has changed about it. The only thing that can change about anything is us, how we perceive, how we feel. Paying attention to how you feel, not to the negative senses of it, but then sometimes you do have to tap in to that shadow side, face your fears and acknowledge what you're feeling at that time. Deal with it, process it, and go ahead and go through it. Okay, not get over it, but go through it because it's definitely going to recircle back around. So anyway, let's go ahead. Spirit guide, angels, gods, and goddesses, uh, divine white light. Thank you for your messages on this evening. Thank you for whatever you have for the collective. Thank you that it'll reach us on a deeper level. Thank you that we'll continue to tap back into our purpose and our passions, our dreams and our hopes. Thank you for love for self. Thank you for forgiveness. Thank you for all that is good and perfect, that it falls fresh on us and then it be returned a hundredfold. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Go ahead and get into the law of attraction card. You know, some of us don't allow ourselves to process. We don't allow ourselves to process feelings, emotions, things that may have happened to us in the past. We don't allow ourselves to process. We merely try to cover it up with more and more dirt instead of getting to the meat of the matter. And so, talking about honesty, which is the law of attraction card, and it reads, "I am fair and honest, and that attracts fairness and honesty into my life." And this is not so much on a when we hear about honesty, we think about, oh, you're not telling the truth, or in this sense, I feel like as though if you're not even addressing a situation, you're not being honest with yourself. It's not so much about telling a lie, it's more or less about facing your truth. And a lot of us have a hard time doing that. And so it causes us to have to really feel the angst later on when other things come up. We don't address it. And so we have to really be careful of that, be aware of that, I should say. Be cautious of that. The next card, I'm going to draw one life purpose card. I actually have the book for two of these oracle decks. I'm going to actually read those today. So we're only going to do one card for this before we get into the tarot spread itself. And I'm going to read the actual verbiage that goes with the card that actually comes up. So thank you for that. So writing has come out. Let's go ahead and get to it. So it says, you heal, inspire, teach, and entertain with the words that you write. And I know that in another video, I really stressed about having a actual journal, because along with affirming, you can write those affirmations down and hold yourself to a deeper accountability. So let's see what writing talks about. 97. Okay, so it says you drew this card as validation of your dream to be a writer. Whether your medium is books, articles, or screenplays, the angels encourage you to explore writing as a career path. This will involve some self discipline on your part, as you will need to spend time engaged in this activity on a daily basis. The angels remind you that writing is an art and not a science. Therefore, it can never be completely perfect. Your ego may whisper fears and insecurities inside your mind, designed to make you procrastinate about writing a writing project. If this occurs, call upon your angels, particularly Archangel Gabriel, for confidence and clarity and motivation. The angels will also help you find publishing outlets for your writing projects if you ask for their help and then follow your initiative replies. I love that, because a lot of us have not delved into what it is that we have been desiring to do. As I said before, we let fear kind of cripple us into not even starting a project. It's like you deem yourself to be a failure before you even start. And so that is your angels lovingly telling you that, for some of you that want to be a writer, aspire to be a writer. And then, like I said, others of you, or most of us, that need to just write down our affirmations. It is not maybe for everyone to read. It might just be for you to go back and reflect on. Divine guidance. I'm actually going to read the foreword for this card here. And that card has come out a whole lot here lately, because I really feel as though divine guidance is here for us, but because we're so occupied with everything else around us, we may not be able to hear what spirit is saying. So it says you are divinely guided right now. The gut feeling you have, the knowingness, the visions, or the inner voice are all trying to tell you something, and it is very important that you trust and follow this guidance. If you drew more than one card, pay attention to the cards that are on either side of the divine guidance card, but in this case, it's just one single card. They contain important instructions for you. These nearby cards feature facets of the message that the angels seek to express to you. Let's go ahead and draw one more card just to see. What is the divine guidance about, spirit? Okay, two cards came out, and it was manifestation and love. So that is what your divine guidance is trying to relate to you. Your spirit guides, your angels and ancestors are trying to relate to you, possibly about manifesting a new love or a new love for something that you're trying to manifest. However you want to put it, it's a new love for something, a new love for yourself. It could be a project, a person, whatever the case may be. Your divine guidance or your spirit or your angels are trying to allow you to open up to the possibilities of you manifesting a new love in whatever area that you are currently desiring right now. So that is for someone else. And I challenge you, like, let's challenge ourselves um, to be in competition, excuse me, with ourselves and only ourselves. Okay? And you have to be honest, going back to the law of attraction card, being honest about what it is that you desire and having the best of intentions on manifesting that. So let's go ahead and get into it, fam. I don't want to make this video too long. And I want to make sure that these cards are shuffled because I did another reading yesterday. So let me take a little bit more time to shuffle these, a little bit more time. If you will, bear with me. I said that I was going to put a cloth down because I realized in my videos going back to look at them that me shuffling these cards on this table is very loud. What I want you guys to do, those of you who have already subscribed, I want you to start putting comments down below so we can have a fluid dialogue. Just don't look at the videos and let's have a fluid dialogue because I believe this channel is going to blow up. I am affirming that by this time next year that I will have over 1,000 subscribers or very close to it. But I'm going to set the mark for 1,000 because when you get to 1,000 subscribers, I've learned that you are actually able to go live on Facebook. And a lot of you out there want to start some type of venture, but you feel like, oh, someone else is doing that already. And I tell you all the time, don't worry about what everybody else is doing. You do what you're led to do because you have your own spiritual gifts. You have your own sphere of influence. There's enough information to go around to different people, and we all can use whatever our gifts are. Okay, we need to exchange from each other. That is like lower vibrating energies when you tell yourself, I'm not going to do something because somebody else is already doing it. That's something I had to overcome, and I really encourage you to overcome that same thing. So if you have an idea, it may be similar, but I tell you, nobody's going to do it like you, boo-boo. All right, here we go. Okay, this card came out again. I saw this card when I was shuffling, and I was like, let me make sure that I'm shuffling good enough because I saw this card yesterday in another reading. But hey, it's here. And so one thing about these readings that I really am a good steward of no matter what it says and no matter how I think you may perceive what has come out, it's up to you to dissect this message. I'm just a channel. I'm just a conduit. I'm sitting here looking at the message and taking whatever the guidance is just like you are, okay? So it's not like I'm pointing down at you saying, you need to do this. I try to use the words we and us more than I use you, okay? But the devil energy is a perception energy of defeat. This is a low vibrating energy. Some of us may at points in times be in that energy, feeling stuck and stagnant. And like I said, with the energy shifts and with everything going on, you very well might be in that place energetically, but it doesn't mean that you're physically there. It means that your perception or your energy at that point in time might be there. Okay, so let's continue on. Some of you are in a conflict of some sort or needing to make a change or in the midst of changing and is not really feeling well. You might be feeling very on guard right now. You might be feeling very defensive right now because of this change is happening, maybe so subtly. And like I said, these are all energies that are perceptions. Okay, it's not necessarily the right thing. Right now, you might be warding off people that you are used to dealing with, but you're just in the space of I don't want to I don't want to be bothered. I need you to get away from me. I don't know who to trust right now. And so that very well might be keeping you in a place where you're just kind of like defending yourself at a deeper level. Sometimes some here is also communication is a problem. There's a change of communication. Maybe it's someone that you haven't communicated with in a long time, or maybe you maybe even got into some type of altercation with someone. This is another card that's been coming out here. a lot lately. And this is what's crossing you right now, that you need to be kind of withdrawn from a situation right now, trying to get settled and balanced, because whatever this energy is, it's causing you to have to really go within, because if you continue to go in these energies, it will become toxic for you. Okay. So like I said, get out into the nature and figure out what it is that the spirit is trying to tell you to do. I know this seems like it's redundant, like reading after reading, but only you, these are general messages. But as you get to know these cards, you really understand that it is deeper than what I'm saying. It's deeper than that. It's how they come out in the positions they come out in. So, as I said before, some of you are really needing some time to take a vacation, to rest and relax here. This goes right along with the Four of Cups, which was crossing you. Okay, so some of you may need to take a vacation, maybe need to just get away, rest from your labor, stop fighting with everybody, stop arguing with people, stop arguing for your limitations, even. Stop arguing for your limitations, even. Stop arguing for your limitations, even. No, that's not, it's nothing wrong with the video. I said it 3 times because I feel like some of you are trying to be right at the top of your voice. Some of you are feeling very misunderstood, but you need to get more understanding and overstanding about what's going on. Looking from that 5D dimension again, changing your perception and go ahead and sit down somewhere. The other thing I see here is a Four of Wands. This could be a partnership of some sort, a partnership, a love connection, whatever case may be. This is somebody that wants to be in your circle, someone that you might need to hold close as a confidant for this spirit, for this time and space while you're going through these low vibrating energies. And I'm gonna tell you, even though you are set to withdraw and kind of get deep within and figure out what's going on with you, you always have to have a confidant. Don't be in your head so much that you just cut everybody off. Have somebody in your corner that you can trust, that knows what you're going through, so they can check up on you from time to time. Okay, and even hold you accountable about some things that you're affirming for yourself, so that when you start going left, they can be like, remember, I'm just going to remind you of what you said. That's that loving person. This here is a very harmonious, balanced relationship. It could be an intimate relationship, it could be a family member, it could be a colleague, whatever the case may be. But these two together, they're stronger together. Okay, they're praying for one another, they're affirming one another, they're tied together, but it's harmonious. It's not the energy that first came out of the devil of feeling trapped. So keep that in mind, people. All right, what's going on? What's going on here? Being very gentle with these cards. Goodness gracious. What's next? What's for the present? Okay. So your wishes, 9 of Cups. Whenever you get into this energy here, and whenever you get that person that you are able to trust, then your wishes will begin to come true. So you'll have a lot to choose from, but you'll have a lot to choose from, okay? And whatever it is that you've been trying to destine or manifest to come forward, it will come forward once you get out of this bondage energy, once you get out of the discord that maybe you've been experiencing with someone. It could be an energetic discord. It don't always have to be a full blown out fight. It could be an energetic discord that you're currently experiencing. But whatever it is that you hope to come out of the situation, it's definitely going to come out. That's where we are right now. This card flipped over. Yeah, 9 of Swords. So again, going back to being nostalgic, crying over something that maybe is no longer serving you, putting down your I feel here as though this is also, you're finally putting down your swords and facing whatever it is. Okay, you're allowing yourself to feel whatever this is, but because it's the number 9, I feel as though it's going to be a page turning for you. Okay, so don't look at this as being a negative card. She has finally put down all her swords. She is just going to be there, and she's going to allow herself to feel what she feels, to work through this emotional turmoil or whatever, this bondage energy. Okay, and this person right across from her is going to be there with her to help her through this. All right. So there's that. There's light at the end of the tunnel here. Whatever you hope for, it's light there. See the light above her head, the sun above her head. There's light there. It may feel as though it's the end of the world at times for us, but there really is a source of relief there. Okay? The Three of Cups, celebration. So after you come out of this bondage energy, you're able to connect with yourself and with someone else that really has your best intentions. Then you're able to feel the celebrations. Then you're able to feel liberated. You can actually enjoy company. You can actually enjoy life as you hoped and wished for it. It's all about perception. It's all about perception with any one of us. So here we are again, this Two of Wands, having this balance here. Okay? This balance is what we're currently seeking in our environment right now. We may still feel like we have some things to kind of tackle with this gentleman being a little bit tied here, but just know that this is a perception. You can't break away from that. But the fact that in the midst of everything, you're trying to acknowledge the beauty of everything around you, it's a good sign. And then you have cycles here. You have the World card here. Oh, excuse me, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, but the same energy is that everything has its timing. Everything has its timing. I had to continuously tell myself this yesterday because I felt like there's a certain situation in my life that maybe not happen fast enough for me. And you can become impulsive when you do that. But you have to know that everything has its time. Okay? If you try to get a watermelon in the wintertime, first of all, they don't even grow. So the fruits that you want to access are not even available to you. You got to let everything germinate and then come out and grow to the fullest so that you can enjoy and really enjoy the fruits. Okay, whatever that is, you want that all to come so that you can truly enjoy that fruit. But if you get something prematurely, you know it's nasty. Something that's meant to be sweet is sour. Like this is like let's apply the spiritual things to something we can understand. We can understand that. Okay. Oops. Too many cards that this one came out. The Knight of Cups. So now you're ready to soar away. Now you're ready to really get out and enjoy your bigger than self life. Be adventurous. Be more loving and compassionate. Now you're ready to get back into this energy here where nothing else can bother you. Nothing can touch you. You're just going to be very lifelike. Okay. And this is the outcome. Focusing on that heart chakra. Let's go ahead and clarify some of these. Let's see here. We don't really need clarification. No, I'm going to use these. We don't really need clarification because this is truly cut and dry. I believe that my videos and spirit relays is very simplistic, but the dialogue that we can have about these different topics, share. This is a safe zone. Share here on this channel. So start to put comments down below so that we can really have an open dialogue. Because I feel like anyone that's led to this channel, you're going to get something out of it. We're here to learn from each other. Okay, we're here to use all of our tools, all of our connections, all of our relationships, the fruitfulness of it. Intuition. Here it's time for you to really, 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 or this is spirit telling you that your intuition is going to start to really enhance. You're going through a transformation. You're actually looking into this mirror. I told you about mirror gazing. Looking into this mirror and really seeing yourself probably for the first time for some of you. Having the fertility or the life sign here. Okay, the key of life here. It's time for you to really open up and enjoy life in balance. Okay? As they used to say, get into that secret place. Too many cards here. And it's all about balance. I said, all about perception. We can look at the same things. You ever seen one of those pictures that have all those little dots? And you can look at it and see one thing, and I can look at it and see something else. But both things are there. Both of them are physically there. But we, at first glance, we see something totally different. It's all about our perception. Our third eye chakra here. Oh yes, the number 6, having that balance again. I said in another video that while we seek to open our third eye, let's make sure all of our other chakras are aligned. It doesn't make sense for you to try to open your third eye if you don't have confidence to believe what you're seeing, or you're not feeling secure and protected in what's going on. Your root chakra and your sacral chakra is not aligned. Your solar plexus is not aligned. So ensure that all the other chakras are aligned before you even get to any of the other ones. Financial and material changes, like I said before, some of you are going through some changes of some sort, and it could be in finances for some of us. Right now, we're about to get into that season of where traditional people start to get in a little bit more debt because of the holidays or the festivities or things of that nature. Okay, so we want to be careful of that. So whatever is going on, you want to make sure that we take good care of our finances so that we can save, pay yourself, pay your bills, and then save some so that you can really enjoy that later on for a bigger endeavor. Maybe some of you might need to put some money away for starting whatever this endeavor. I know I need to start buying more cameras. Right now, I'm recording from my laptop. I need to start getting a light. I need to start getting a GoPro camera that I can take out when I go on my nature walks or something like that. Those are things I need to start saving for if I'm really serious about my passion and healing. Okay, love begins. Oh yes, give me life. Love begins. Here's the number one. This is an outpouring of love here. See the rainbow, the promise of love. The waters flowing lets you know that there's life there. Okay? And where there is life, there is love, and vice versa. So take note of that. It's the beginning of all things. The beginning of all things. Okay? And most of all, love yourself. We're going to choose one more card here. One more card. Okay. Headache and loss. This is a spirit that we're trying to overcome, whatever this headache and loss. But then, too, like I said before, some of you are needing to really feel this energy in order to get to the other side of healing. All right. So, whatever this is in a traditional sense, the three of swords. But this energy here can be overcome. If there is something that you're needing to deal with or work through, go ahead and do that. Do that so that you can be free of it. I'm going to go ahead and draw a love attraction card since we were talking about love before, when love begins. And then you had this three come out. Some of you very well might be experiencing a kind of heartache. Did I say headache before? I might have meant to say heartache. You may be experience a heartache and a loss, but ask yourself, why is it a heartache and why is it a loss? Is it really a loss? Is it really a heartache? Let's put things in perspective here. If you're going through a situation, and I feel like when I see heartache and loss, I really feel more in a relationship type a standpoint. Like again, it doesn't always have to be an intimate relationship, but we got to ask ourselves, what is the feeling of heartache and loss? What is it really? Like, let's explore. What is it really? Is it because we were in situations that were not serving us, and then the situation ended and we feel heartache over it? Even though we might feel heartache, that is a situation that should make us feel liberated if it's ended, because we don't have to experience that. This takes me back to my next point. I'm going to make this point very, 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 very clear, because I have to remember this. Love does not hurt. Love does not hurt. Okay? And when you say someone loves you, but they're hurting you, that's not love. That's not love. It's not. It's more or less abuse. It's toxic. It's not love, because someone that truly, truly, truly loves you won't hurt you. Not saying people don't make mistakes, but hear me. If someone is intentionally over and over and over hurting you, then they don't love you. And we need to see it for what it is. We may want them to love us. We may perceive that there's certain acts that say they love us. But let's look at what love really is. All right. So this heartache and loss, if you are upset about that, and if you really sit and think about it, you might need to feel more liberation than a heartache and loss. A lot of us have a lot of spiritual, energetic ties and cords that a Reiki session would do us very well in, and getting rid of some of that energy that we have felt for someone that is not treating us the right way. or maybe we're not treating them the right way. However it goes, it doesn't even matter. If it's not right, we got to get it right. Too many cards. Yeah, I feel the need to say that because some people, even myself, I've gotten wrapped around the axle about heartache. But if I think about it, I need to feel probably liberated from the situation that caused me the so-called heartache because I won't be hurt no more. Bye-bye. Satisfaction. You let the energy of love guide you to self-approval so that others no longer define who you are. Don't let that situation or that relationship define who you are or who you're not. I actually want to read this one. Hold on. If I can find the book, yeah. So listen, let's change our perspective. Going back to that 5D. You love the person. You might love them, but they might not have loved you. And I've learned that hurt people hurt other people. They don't mean to, but sometimes they do, and sometimes they may mean to. 97. Let's read it. Oh, there was 97, page 97 on another something else previously. So here we go. Satisfaction. What other people think of you is none of your business. You should never look outside yourself for acceptance or validation because it sends the message that you don't trust your own soul's worth. When you are in a space of self acceptance, you confirm to the universe that you are everything you are meant to be, fireballs and all. In this awareness, you are able to live freely and joyfully because you are not seeking validation through someone or something else. You can live your life and make choices out of love instead of fear. To enter this space, you must have the realization that your soul's makeup is divinely perfect. The limitations you place on yourself and your self criticisms are usually based on giving away your power to another or seeking outside approval. The ego is judgmental and critical and filled with insecurities, while the soul is perfectly at ease and have come back here to enjoy a journey of self discovery. One of the biggest traps in learning to be satisfied is comparing yourself to others. Remember that you have come back to an earth school made by a myriad, made up of myriad souls and experiences. You aren't meant to be like anyone else. Love yourself for being the compassionate, unique person that you are. And if you are going through something that is causing you to feel this and not this because you are not feeling like you're worthy. You're not feeling as you're good enough. You're not feeling like you deserve love. If you're going through this because of someone else's validation, then you're not going to profit from that situation. Like it says here, this is where love begins. You may feel heartache and loss, but love is beginning. And maybe some of you have to work through this energy in order to get to this in the satisfaction that you should feel for yourself. That was excellent, Spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think that's it, peoples. All right. I love you all. I love you. I really do. This is why I do these videos, not just so I can hear myself talk, but I feel like Spirit has given me this platform for my purpose, okay, and fulfill my passion of helping people um, in another way. I might not see you tangibly, I might not look in your eyeballs, but I definitely feel like these messages are fruitful and they will help us on this journey called life. So please, please, please share this video. I ask that you start to go ahead and leave comments in the comment box so that we can fluidly help each other out because we're all in this together, okay? Like I said before, some of you that may be feeling that energetic shift and you may be feeling a level of stagnation, go out and get you a good book or start to listen to some spiritual music or spiritual videos or whatever the case may be. There's a lot of them up here. I actually go up here and listen to videos myself to kind of uplift myself and put things in perspective for my own personal journey. So I suggest that you do the same, kings and queens. All right, I'm about to get out of here. Today is Sunday, the beginning of the week. I just suggest that you just set some intentions for today. Write them down, like I said before. Write the vision and make it plain for yourself so that you can have something to come back to and draw from and even congratulate yourself on in a lot of different areas. so that you won't feel like you're so stagnant. You really aren't stagnant at all. That is just a perception, or maybe you might be in a waiting period. And that is not necessarily stagnation because things still come to you energetically. You just have to learn how to just let them come and not be able to chase so much. All right. I love you all. We're right here 40 minutes. So let's go ahead and get it. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Until next time.